what's happening today is really exciting. This is a drill, a tsunami drill. It's the first tsunami drill that Israel's ever held, and it's an opportunity for all of the different bodies who are in charge of responding to a tsunami event to practice what's going to happen, how does the warning happen, how does it transfer, how does all the information go, and then what do you actually do out in the field, and how do you get people to get to a safe place, and then what happens with all of the follow-up.
There is a perception according to which the Mediterranean Sea is much calmer than what we've seen in the oceans with the tsunamis in the past.
It actually continues to amaze me how this myth is out there in the world, and it is true. Most people, we think of the sea that's right next to us as being this wonderful, calm place, but the reality is, in terms of the number of tsunamis that occur there, it's the second most common place in the world, second to the Pacific and second to the areas that we're familiar with Japan and Thailand and what we hear about more often. But they do occur in the Mediterranean. They don't tend to be, we don't tend to see the mega tsunamis in the same way that we've seen in other parts of the world, but they are common and they are lethal. So they do occur sometimes in a way that causes enough damage and loss of life that it's something to be concerned about.
Historically speaking, when was the last one that we know of?
According to the research that I'm involved with, which is at the moment focused mostly in Caesarea, and we've done some more work in the area of Ashkelon, we're looking at the last event about 800 years ago.
So if you're talking, I understand, about statistically once every 250 years, what a problem here?
I always get very nervous about going into the statistical aspect because, yes, we can take all these numbers and we can create an average number, but the truth is, historically speaking, what's written, sometimes we have events that might be within a couple of years, and then we might have a break, quiet time of 1,000 years. So anywhere between a few years break and 1,000 years. So it's really kind of irrelevant. I mean, what really matters is that we're prepared no matter whether it happens in our lifetime or if it doesn't.
So really, what does it mean being prepared?
Well, we'll start with breaking the myth that there are no tsunamis in the area, and just simply having it be a reality that people are aware of, so that when we do have an event, if we have an event, then it's not the first time that people have heard about this, that they have hopefully listened once or twice to some of the simple instructions of how to improve your odds of surviving such an event, and then hopefully our outcome will just be more lives saved and more people that live to tell the tale.
Again, without causing any panic, just to understand, we're standing here, how high could the water reach?
Well, one of the things that we're working on is looking at these ancient events, looking at past events, and trying to determine, in fact, how large they were. And then we do this with computer modeling. We do this with a lot of different, attack it from a lot of different directions. We're seeing our maximums, the maximum wave heights that we're seeing are something around, say, 7 to 9 meters high, which is a very large tsunami wave. But we also see events that are much smaller, anywhere from 1 meter to that high.
Then a wave is that high, and then it takes some time until the water starts seeping in.
Well, one of the things that's really important to understand is that when we talk about a tsunami wave, let's say of 5 meters high, we have storm waves that are 14 meters high. Okay, we just had that a few years ago. But there's a big difference because a storm wave has a much shorter length, the length of the wave, and a tsunami wave can be a kilometer long. It can be even more. So when you think of that 5 meters, don't think about 5 meters of the wave. Think about the 5 meters and the entire area that goes out to a kilometer. So that whole mass area of water is what is coming to the beach, and that can actually go over the land. So it's very different than a 5-meter storm wave.
I got to end with a personal question. When we come to the beach, when we see the ocean, we look at the beach, and it sometimes makes a person calm. When you see a beach and an ocean, you think tsunami, or are you also able to enjoy the beach?
I enjoy the beach very much. I think everyone should continue to enjoy the beach very much. I will be honest, I do tend to look around and notice, my surroundings. I see where the highest parts are, and, if I'm staying in someone's house, on the beach, I always kind of make sure I know exactly what elevation I'm at, but that's my own approach to the issue.